Hey everybody, I'm Chris Norman, and this is our third session of the GURPS one-shot for newbies. This is Pat and Jeff's third session and Alex's second session. As such, they didn't need as much help with Foundry, or in fact what to do with their characters. Unfortunately, Alec had some computer problems, and so he had to play from his laptop. But Foundry only needs a browser. There's no client software to install, so he was able to connect and play with no issues. There weren't a lot of fancy animations this time, but there was the standard Foundry walls and lighting, which turned this into a large multiplayer dungeon crawl video game, which was actually kind of interesting. I was still a bit nervous as the GM, and I was worried that these more boss-like monsters might be too much. Fortunately, the party seemed to do pretty well, and that gave me courage as the GM to be able to ratchet up combat just a little bit more for the next session. One note, I screwed up and forgot to turn the streaming back on after a small break. So there's a gap in the gameplay. Oh well, sorry. Remembering GM rule number 1, Jeff started a recap of the story. But the stream started late, I don't know why, so we join the action as Jeff is doing a recap.
Some kind of blood curse or some kind of
What
blood.
would we use? There was an arrangement.
Anyhow, after the battle, a witch or some baddie, some big bad showed up. Don't know if we got a name. And he took the 2 bodies and took the innkeeper's daughter as well as a sacrifice, we were assuming. And then somehow we figured out that that was going to go down at midnight and that we needed to get out of there. But then
you went to visit the
the
magistrate. Took you to Vladimir's, and
we all got buffed up with potions and some stuff. And then the townspeople were up in arms around the casual murder that had taken place, and
it's casual.
Maybe wanted to investigate further. I stand by our innocence. We were self-defense.
Totally.
But would have held up in court for sure. But we didn't stick around to find out. So we took a back way exit to kind of the sewer / dungeon, which is where we are now. We had a kind of side quest with a lizard that we killed, and we're trying to get a key for some rings, we're trying to get the key to open the gate to get out of here. Didn't go super smoothly, but we made it out, and we're still looking for that key. But now we got drawn into 3 sirens that were very seductive. I didn't even need to make a roll to know that I would have gotten seduced for sure. So here I am, and Pat was the only one that maybe
going
a little bit on his way in it.
We're like, guys, I'm
but
not.
Who could have predicted this? They
right.
now transformed into some pretty
brutal
looking monsters.
Yeah.
But
and
something tells
right
me
before we went, they did some kind of shout or call or song or something. But we're all stunned or something.
She made a hideous kind of scream. There was a guitar player and a flautist, and they were playing soft music, and she was kind of humming along with it. And then at one point, she made this hideous kind of stunning sound, and you all got stunned. And I paused the game and we put it into combat mode. It is the start of some kind of combat-y like thing, so we will do that. And here we go. We will unpause because I keep forgetting to do that. And here we go. Jimmy Tips. He was stunned. Now he needs to make an IQ roll to see if he can come out of stun. And he does. So he is not stunned, but that was his turn. Geralt, now you have combat reflexes. So someplace you should see it's like +6 to come out of stun, either on your character sheet or the token action HUD under attributes.
+6 on all IQ. Yes. So if I click that, now I have a +6, and now I can do an IQ.
Yep.
Yes. Got it.
All right. So you are no longer stunned. Stan, same thing. I think you are also have combat reflexes.
Oh, just a minute.
Fairly. Okay, we'll bring you out.
I'm not very good at waking up. Last time I had to do that.
Yeah. Well, so that was different. That was kind of stun, not stun so much, but exhaustion from pain. And I don't know. That
I'm talking about the wolf encounter when I had to wake up and I was asleep.
Yeah. I'm not really certain if combat reflexes would help during combat, but all right. So Frederick von Brom. Let's see. Does he have? No, he doesn't. So he'll just try to make an IQ. Oh, and he just barely makes it. And then this creature is surprised, and the picture doesn't do her justice. Okay, she went from that early picture to this, but this is sort of cartoony in effect. It's really much worse than that. It's actually horrific. So you're all going to need to make fright checks. Now, to do that, if you have combat reflexes, you click on that green button that's in the chat. You do click on the -6 horrific, and then there's a fright check button in the chat window. If you would all do that. Geralt, you failed. Stan, you failed.
Why did it not? Oh, there you go.
And okay. So, Alec, you can actually click on the word fright check that's in the chat log, the yellow fright check. That's a button. But you would have the -6, so you would have failed it too. So all of you get to roll on that. So everybody click on that. Let's see what we get here. Geralt, stunned for 1d seconds as per stun and acquire a new quirk. Yeah, we'll figure that on that one. Stan, stunned for 1d every second after that roll versus modified will as above to snap out of it. Penzel, lose 1d fatigue points and take 1d seconds of stunning as per thing. All right, so Penzel, hang on a second. So it starts. My first fudging of the rules. The creature, the Lice-Lagasung, I can't even pronounce it. It was too hard, too complex for these characters, or at least I felt like it. And so I kind of modified its powers a little bit. And I said, well, we're just going to do this. If they can't make their fright check, then they're going to roll on the fright check table. Now, officially, I think it's the margin of error that you make on your fright check then adds to the fright check table roll, so it gets worse and worse, but I didn't want to do that. I just wanted them to roll on the fright check and see what it gave them. And it was interesting. One person lost some fatigue, and another person got a little quirk. Yeah, that was good. I'm going to put a button in the window. Click on it. Oh, yeah. So, you lost some fatigue, and you are now actually tired.
Doesn't it just say 1 fatigue point? 1d fatigue
1d,
point. Oh, wow.
yeah.
Ooh,
Wow.
That's tough.
And Alec, did it show what you rolled?
I rolled a I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, you lost some. I mean,
Well,
you did lose fatigue because we saw it happen.
Oh, so -5. Sorry, yeah, I rolled a
-5. Yeah, okay. So you rolled a lot, and you are tired, which means your move and your dodge are halved. But you did. Oh, we haven't gotten to you. So this is what she does. She screeches this horrible sound, and all of you guys roll your fright checks. And Penzel, we'll see if you actually come out of stun. So you could just... Well, we already figured out you didn't, right? Yeah, that's right. Because of the -6. So this guy in the back, they're just waiting. And Jimmy Tips, we got to figure out what he is, what he has. Stun for 1 second, every second of that roll versus will or whatever. Okay, so... pretty much everybody is stunned of some type. So ST plus stun. Boom. Put everybody back in stun. And Geralt, so I need a D6 from you and Stan.
How do I roll?
So you can just right click on those 3 dice down there and that'll give you a little roll. There you go. So Stan is in 3 and Geralt is 6.
I'll recover. But I'm rolling to recover right now, no?
No, that was your fright check. You're stunned every second. After that, you get to roll versus modified will or as above to snap out of it. So,
well, no, that's only Jimmy. I'm stunned for 1d seconds and acquire a new quirk.
Yeah. So,
but
you're
that happened on...
Yeah, mine says every second after
monster's
that
turn.
roll.
And then I should be able to roll on my turn to wake up, right?
You're stunned at the moment. Yes. So when it it is you. Go for it. Yep.
Oh.
All right. You are. Let's see if. Okay, it's me fudging the rules again. Yeah, they probably should have remained stunned. But I could tell they weren't happy about that. And again, I was really worried that the strongest fighter was going to be stunned for so many rounds. And since they were talking about, well, I've got combat reflexes and I can, come out of stun, I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. It's not that important. I want the characters to feel empowered. And so I let them roll to get out of stun. Do that. Let's see if she notices. Okay. All right, Stan. Same thing. You can try to roll. Oh yeah. You come out of stun. Frederick. Did I even roll one for Frederick? I did not. Okay. Let's see. He's stunned for 1 second, then recover automatically. So he'll skip this one, but he's stunned and recovers. And she doesn't notice you at all, Geralt. She doesn't really see what's going on, and she just starts wandering this way. And she's cackling, although because of the sinus thing, I really can't do the voice deal. But it was going to be a high-pitched cackle, like, oh, there's pitiful humans that keep falling for that stupid wedding rumor. We're gonna be loaded up in protein for months. All right, Penzel. Let's see, what did you get on your thing? Lose that, take 1d seconds of stunning. All right, so I need a die 6 from you.
Okay.
And here I made a mistake. Just like with parenting, in GMing, consistency is important. So it was bad that I treated Geralt differently than I treated Penzel. 5. All right, well, you're stunned for a few rounds. And these guys are there. He's not doing anything. We'll see if he comes out of it. Oh, he does. All right. Geralt, it's back to you. She walked right by you. I mean, if you look at Penzel, he's shaking from the horror, and she just kind of walks right by you, nonchalantly.
I'm pissed off. I'm ready to take a swing. I'm going to. How do I change?
I finally found someone who's as ugly as I am, and it's terrifying.
I'm going to move here and swing with my sword. If I can remember how to do this.
It's been a whole week.
Oh, nice.
There we go. So she... Will she even know? We will just see if she... Oh, yeah. She kind of tells it's coming. She thought you were asleep, but you weren't. But it is coming from the side, so she'll try to dodge that. Or it's coming from the back-ish, but... Well, she failed. Go for it. Now, here's my thinking on this. This all happened in the same round, effectively, or within one round, and the creature walked by Geralt. Even though Geralt's token in hex-wise is right behind the creature, since she walked by and made a perception roll, although I screwed up. I had Geralt selected, and so I rolled Geralt's perception, but either way, it was a nice low roll. She would have made it. I said that, no, she doesn't. Geralt doesn't get the -4 to defenses from attacking from directly behind. I reserve that for things literally coming from behind, where there's no chance for the person to get a peripheral perception. Roll some damage. Okay, so she walks by, you wake up and you slice her across the back, and it's
got her attention.
Oh yeah, it's pretty nasty. Let's see what you've zapped her pretty hard, and you cut in deep. You don't think she was expecting it, and so it slices in the ribs pretty deep. Major wound, knockdown and stunning. Yep. Yeah, so she actually falls to the ground. So here the damage calculator indicated a major wound, and I'd actually never read the rules on major wounds, so I quickly opened up the rule set to scan over it and see if there was anything in addition that occurred. And no, there wasn't, so it was good. Hopefully, as the game goes on, won't have to look up rules like this because I'll just know them. Yeah, she's already, and she's kind of bleeding out at that point. Let's see what is. No, she's still. I mean, it's a good thing. There's ichor and blood kind of ooshing out the side. Invariably, somebody's going to say, "Hey, you're taking it easy on them," and my response would be, "Yeah." There's no rule that says the monsters must play smart and must make the perfect moves. That was actually a pretty standard thematic thing for this creature. She's full of herself. And this stun works for normal people most of the time. And if I hadn't bent the rules, it may have worked more for this situation. But I was a little worried. Her powers were things that the characters hadn't seen before. And I really didn't want to say, stun the whole party and have them all die. So I decided, yeah, you know what? She's going to do this maneuver, walk between them, and, be all hidey-toity. And then Geralt comes and basically slices her in half, which I thought was fantastic. Stan.
All right, I'm going to try to get her while she's hurting. So I'm going to fast draw both knives.
Okay. Now, if you remember from the first session, I made up that rule on the fly that he could make both fast draws, but the second one would be at a -2. And in this case, he rolled both, and he rolled the second one. Now, he didn't put the -2 in the modifier bucket, but the roll shows that he made it by 2. So that's effectively the same thing. You don't have to use the modifier bucket. Like I said, you could just click on those 3 6-sided dice and roll and do the math in your head. But so he made it, and we moved on.
Second one made it.
Yep.
And now I'm going to do a charge attack.
Okay. I'll let you go there. Yeah. You're allowed to go through the same hex that, one of your people is in. And then you can move down and if you want.
All right, I'll go there, and then I will turn towards her and attack. I guess I can just do one attack with a knife. And is she on the ground?
Oh yeah, she is. She is on the ground.
So I will target the vitals. Finish the job here.
All right, so you should have a... All right, so you do have to spend the fatigue point since you didn't put it in the modifier bucket. You just have to manually subtract a fatigue.
Spend fatigue.
What's that saying? Trust but verify? I'd trust Pat with my life, but I did move my mouse over the top of Stan so that the token tooltip Alt showed me that he was down to 9 fatigue points. Okay. And, yeah, she's trying to squirm around on the ground. Oh. No, she misses. She's squirming around, but trying to hold her guts in.
Okay.
Do some damage.
A thrust.
You said to the vitals.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Plop that out there. Yeah. You stab her in the vitals, and she seems to have gone limp on the ground. Kind of lets out a little bit of a death squeal. All right. Von Brum. He's got his sticks out. He is uncertain. Well, let's just see. Okay, yeah. He's going to climb on top of this kind of sarcophagus and look that way to try to understand what the heck these things are doing. And he's going to go into all-out defense just in case something comes at him. If you were being official, you might say jumping up on the sarcophagus is more than a step, so he shouldn't be allowed to go into all-out defense. But I wasn't worried about it. She is... Yep. You see her start moving again. Penzel. Roll. Let's see, we're on stun. So, you had a couple of rounds, but I'll let you try to get out of it with a health roll.
Okay.
Again, I was feeling bad that I treated Penzel differently than I treated Geralt, so I said, yeah, you could get out of it with a health roll and get back into combat.
That is
HT.
Sorry, is that attributes?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, you know, he's a scholarly
no help.
type, you know.
Yep.
All right. Upon hearing the death knell of their girlfriend, these two sort of wake up, and I think I showed you the picture, but I'll share it again. You can see the skull around the face, and the skull looks like it might be humanoid, but the skin and whatnot is just sloughing off like it's melted wax. So there might be a humanoid skeleton underneath there, but it's obviously very different looking. And let's see what he will do. Yeah, wow. Okay, he's gonna come up here and gonna try to attack. He's got a big axe. They both have axes. Let's see if he can hit. Oh, that was damage. Sorry, my bad. Need to make that a move and attack. Axe. Oh yeah. All right. So, Geralt, this thing kind of lumbers up, and it saw that what you did to its girlfriend, and even though he's lumbering, he takes a big swing, and it's going to connect with you. You can't parry because you're facing the wrong way. Your dodge, roll a perception. Yeah, give me a perception roll. We'll see.
Wow.
Okay, so you only get -2 to your dodge. You can't really retreat dodge. Well, you could. You would be standing on top of the Lygasongr. Now, would he really be able to retreat into that hex? I don't know. Rules as written probably says no, but I thought the creature's on the ground, and if he wants to step there, I'm going to give him some footing checks to see if he can stay standing. And literally, this bad girl is on the ground underneath him. He may get stabbed?
I can't retreat dodge, say, like, over here.
Nope, you got to go straight back, which means you would be right over the top of her. Now, you could do it. She seems to be moving around. You might have to roll for your footing, or you take it.
I'm gonna do a retreating dodge.
Okay. Okay, so let me you had a minus. Oh yeah, the -2 in there. Okay, so let me tell you one more thing. There is an extra effort that you can spend fatigue to give you feverish defense, which give you +2 to your defense roll, but it costs a fatigue point. Now, normally you would say I'm making like the retreating dodge and that, but since I haven't really told you guys about this, this is one of the things I'm kind of leading into. You each get a one-time thing that if you want to spend a fatigue point, I'll let you get that extra 2 points. But going forward, Jeff, you would have to call it beforehand.
Well, I definitely did that. I remember saying it. I think everybody else does. So I will spend a fatigue point.
All right, so if you wouldn't mind subtracting it off of your character sheet, then yes. You see this come up, and you think it's going to hit pretty bad. Here, let me move you off, and I'm going to put her off to the side a little bit so the tokens are separate. There you go. Yep. And you think you can tell this is going to hurt, so you reach deep, you squeeze hard, and kind of dodge around. See, make a dex roll. You are kind of stepping in this area with blood and crap on it. All right, you're still standing. We'll see. It's slippery, but not too bad. Okay. Let's see. Does he get it? Oh, yeah. He knows what's going on, too. So the second guy is also kind of waking up and heading in that direction. Penzel, you're not moving.
No, I'm not.
So we're going to do... He's going to come up, and he is going to hit you to try to knock you over. See if
and I assume some stuff I can't defend at all.
You got some, so hang on a second. So he's going to roll that. Okay, so stunned affects IQ and dex skills, but does not affect active defenses. So you can still kind of dodge, or you can try to... you could even do a retreating dodge if you want. But I'll let you know, you are tired, so your dodge is 3 at the moment.
Parry.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could parry. His hands are coming. You got your quarterstaff. You could try to whack his hands out of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna like last ditch throw my staff out.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so he's reaching out for you, and you're still kind of reeling from what happened earlier, and you are very tired, but you whip your staff off and knock his hands out of the way. Yes, I cheated. I'm sorry. Well, first of all, I didn't have him go in for an attack. I thought, Penzel's not really that strong of a character. I'll just have the creature push him over. And then I rolled Brawling privately and failed. So I was like, well, he's going to hit anyway. And then had Penzel do some defensive maneuver, which he did do. So there was really no attack, but it was something that engaged Penzel without killing him. All right. Tips. He is taking a step back and throwing his dagger into the air. There we go. Geralt, what do you want to do? So this girl is underfoot. This corrupted mermaid-like thing is underfoot.
Yeah, I feel like we should finish the job on her.
I'm going next. I might be able to finish the job, but
well, security. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the witch because I don't want to get tripped if she's gonna try to wake up.
All right.
So I've got her targeted already. So here we go.
Yeah.
Easy.
Nice. So just as added note, with your skill of 15, a roll of 5 or less would have been a critical hit. 6 or less, you're 1 away. She can't defend this. Do some damage. See if you put her over the edge.
So is a crit just like under a third of the...
No, it's kind of funky rules. Crit is rolling a 3 or a 4. If your effective skill, the skill after all your modifiers, is 15, then a crit is 3, 4, or 5. If it's 16, it's 3, 4, 5, or 6.
You're just increasing the threshold where you can get that
right,
crit.
but it doesn't. No, but it stops at 16. So your best crit chance is get your effective skill to 16, and that gives you a 9.25% chance to crit.
Okay.
Yeah, she... Oh, yeah. Well, let's see what kind of... see if she stays up. Oh, yeah. And we'll see if... we're only at... Yep, -1. So, dink. So here's how I've been doing hit points with the NPC so far. Originally, it was just going to have all the mooks die at 0 hit points. But it turned out that made it almost too easy. And so I started having most of the generic NPCs die at -1 times their hit points. But I thought the big guys, in this case, the mermaid, she actually goes the full. She won't die until she gets to -5 her hit points, -5 times her hit points, and I'll keep rolling health with minuses based on the multiplier to see if she stays alive. So, yeah. So, Geralt, you take your bastard sword and you jam it into her gut and spin it around like you're making cake batter. And
it's a two-hander overhead for sure.
And she grunts through it. She looks at you angrily. She's just like,
already.
She's not dead. Stan.
All right. So I forget. Can I attack with both of my daggers while still preserving my defense?
Yes.
So like a dual weapon attack.
Yes. Hang on a second. Let me set up.
I am ambidextrous, so I can do that.
Yep. Hang on a second. Let me put that back on your character sheet. What you need for that. Boom. Okay. So now, if you look on your character sheet or in the token action HUD under quick notes, you have two things. You can either take the 2 stabs with a -6 each, or you can spend a fatigue point and do one of them at a -3. If you want to do both at a -3, you're spending 2 fatigue points, or basically you're doing that -3 flurry of blows for each attack, and that preserves your defense.
All right. I'm gonna just attack with one of them, I guess.
You don't want to do a -6? That only puts you at 9.
Is that? Yeah, it still seems like I still risk not hitting.
Yeah, a 9 is like 35.5%.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna do a regular thrust attack.
Okay, go for it.
With one hand. Oh, would have made it.
Just for snicks and giggles, we'll see if she can crit out of the way. Nope, she can't. Do some damage to her. Oh, yeah, you stabbed it.
I forgot to target the vitals. Yeah, I should have targeted the vitals.
I assume you were going for the vitals because you didn't take any other minuses. No problem. I'll put it on the thing. Right. Again, the GURPS Game Made for Foundry doesn't force any of this stuff. He wanted to attack for the vitals, but forgot to put that in the attack roll. That's fine. I could see from the chat that he made it by more than 3, which means he would have made it if he had put that minus in. And then when I brought up the damage calculator, I was just able to select vitals and apply the damage that way. And yeah, she is in pretty bad shape. Where are we at now? Okay, so now -2. Yep, so you stab into her. You get, and there's just blood and guts going everywhere, and she's mad. She's pissed at you. Okay, Von Braum, he is not going to do anything crazy because he didn't do too well in the bar fight. So he's just going to attack this thing that's coming over and try to smack it. He's just going to try to swing at it and see what he can get. Okay, and then this guy, what's he going to do? Is he going to notice that it's even coming in? Not in the slightest, so he won't do anything fancy. He'll just try to dodge it. By the way, I'm literally making up this behavior on the fly. I figured, well, if this creature makes his perception roll, then maybe he would parry or retreat dodge. And if not, he'll just sort of nonchalantly dodge. Yeah, sure, let's go with it. Nope. So Frederick von Baum's going to do a little bit of damage with his thing. His baton. And let's see if these guys have... Oh, injury rejection 2. Okay. Yeah, so you see Frederick von Brum smack it with his baton, and it kind of jiggles a bit as it hits. Seems to hit a little bit, hurt a little bit, but it just kind of bobbles. Let's see, so I need to do just one. All right. Apply quietly. There we go. Got it. Okay, GM advice number, whatever. I really should number these. Know your creatures. I scrolled down to see if it had high pain threshold, so I could ignore the shock. It's kind of a pain dealing with shock, and if it doesn't have to, then great. I don't want to. And I noticed that it had injury resistance too. And I believe that meant that it just sloughs off 2 points of damage. I'm pretty certain that's what it means. Well, that's what I did. So I said, you know, as the damage goes through and it makes it through the armor, then it just sort of bounces on the rubbery-ish type skin. Oh well, I'm not certain if that's exactly what it means, but that's what it means in this combat. It doesn't seem to do as much damage as you might have thought. Okay, let's see. And another small feature of the GURPS game aid for Foundry. I just need a quick -2 modifier. I'm going to roll the health of the bad creature. And so I move my mouse down to the modifier bucket and mouse wheel down until it shows a -2, then go roll health. I don't have to pull up the modifier bucket or do anything else. It's probably the quickest way to get plus and minus modifiers. It doesn't say anything with it, and I do like that, especially if I'm showing it to the players so they can see the reason for the various modifiers. But when I'm just rolling my own NPC stuff, I don't need to see that. Go to -2 again. Yep, the thing on the ground is stirring, and it's gonna make a weak grab for your legs, Geralt. Let us see if she can. Oh, probably. -4 to hit with melee. Skill, brawling. Okay, so she reaches up to like grab your leg with her claws, and she's trying to get up there, but you could tell she's losing energy, and the fact that she's lying on the ground, she basically swipes at your thigh and misses. Now, honestly, I applied the -4 to attack from melee when you're prone, but I don't know if that takes into account somebody standing right over the top of you. I probably shouldn't have had that in there, in which case she would have hit. But, oh well. Penzel, roll. Let's see. At this point, there's some things running in you. Roll against your IQ to see if this stuff registers to you that there's bad people in front of you.
Okay.
Oh.
Then again.
I'm out. I'm taking a nap.
Maybe not. You're just standing there. This guy right here just got hit. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go after. Yep, okay. So he's going to try to swing at Frederick. Oh, nice. All right, Frederick, he was in all-out defense, so he does get the all-out defense bonus, which is +2. And he's going to, try to knock this axe to the side with his baton. Oh, I didn't need to make that. Here, I'll make it public. Reveal to everybody. There we go. So this thing, this unpronounceable Branagh, swings at Frederick, and Frederick, takes his baton and knocks it to the side. And this guy is coming at... he swung at Penzel again. He's going to try to do the same, just to throw you down. So...
might I be able to parry yet again?
Yeah, you get one... So each round, you get a parry. If you have to parry again before you get your turn, the next parry is at a -4. And then -8 and whatnot. Yeah. So if you ever see somebody that you're trying to beat up and they're parrying, you got to gang up on them. You can only block once per round if you have a shield, but you can dodge all day long.
Okay.
So he's trying to reach out for you again with his arms. He's just trying to grab you. Yeah, it looks like he's... Well, I don't know why I put all-out defense in there, but it doesn't matter. He would still hit. Just made it. So you're standing there. I don't know what I'm doing, but you're just batting this blubbery hand out of the way.
I'm just distracting him. I'm being his punching bag, so y'all don't have to deal with him.
Okay. Jimmy is going to send the dagger over here. And Geralt, you're still on top of this... thing, and now she's moving, so basically anything you do, you need to make a dex roll to make certain that you don't slip or trip. And honestly, it should have been a dex with minuses roll, but I was still feeling pretty nice to the players, and I didn't want to screw them over too bad.
Alright, I will make my dex roll.
Ooh. Okay.
And I will do another two-handed swing. I'm going to try to do like a finishing move, basically. Sword into the ground.
Do you want to add any... you could do, the all-out attack strong.
I'm going to aim for the vitals, I think.
Okay.
I'll do that.
All right.
So, take a -3.
Crit to the
all right, so in GURPS, when you get a critical hit, the person does not get a defense. So here we go. There is a table there that's any damage penetrates DR, treated as a major wound regardless of actual injury inflicted. All right, roll your damage. Ouch. Okay, we will apply all. It is a major wound. Yeah, she's already stunned out, but let's see, what is she at? 30. Yeah, -3. Okay. -3. Ah. All right. So you go down for the kill hit in the guts, digging it around like you're making cake batter. And she looks up at you and her bony finger, and she flips you off. And then her hand drops to the ground, and she dies.
Oh, yes.
Man, she's a sassy bitch.
She was.
I like that.
She had some fight in her. I like that personality.
Game respects game.
That's right.
Stan, what are you doing?
Alright, so that one is dead. I am going to... Let's see. Alright. I'm going to take a step towards over top of the
Well, basically, there's already Geralt and the girl in that hex right there, so, it would be almost impossible.
All right, I'll take a step this way then.
Okay.
And then, since I only took one step, can I still do a wait action?
Yeah, you can step and wait.
Okay, so I will step, and if one of the monsters approaches within range, I will swing my knife.
Okay, I was going to say, so you got your knives out, so they're basically
out.
range 1. So if somebody comes here, then that's where. Okay.
Why don't you just get your bow out or something?
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like a good bow scenario.
All right.
What's wrong with it? It's only 3 yards wide and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards.
Six people in here.
Yeah. Oh, didn't you know the walls look very rubbery, so shit that hits them bounces off, and it's
right. Maybe I could get an angle shot.
Yeah.
5 people in here now.
Oh, true.
All
right. All right. Von Brum is.
Forgot about our boy.
He is going to jump down here and try to whack this guy again. Just swinging hard. Okay, and we'll see if he detects it. Nope. So he's just going to kind of nonchalantly try to dodge out of the way. Nope. So they don't seem to be really that aware. But all right, so that gets applied, and it'll be. So you can see here how I'm calculating the injury tolerance. The damage calculator is showing the 4 points of damage at the bottom right, and so I just subtract 2 from that. Go up to the top where you have the directly applied, type in 2, and then press apply. So that's the best way to do it. 2. So yeah, so Frederick. It didn't apply. Hang on a second. 2 hit points applied. Oh, there we go. Just need a second click. So Frederick whacks him with his baton again, and it looks like a decent hit, and it the skin sort of jiggles a bit. It looks like you heard some noises, but it is weird. All right, Penzel. Let's do let's do an IQ. I'll give you a plus. I'll give you a +2, and if you fail this, you're just dead. I'm just going to kill you.
I think
I sort of remember a rule that you get bonuses in subsequent rounds of stun to try to come out of stun. Well, doesn't matter. That's what I'm doing here.
It's a. Let's see.
Nailed it.
There you go.
He's back.
And you made it actually rather well. I'll even let you take a step, although no other actions this round. Is that part of the rules? No, I think coming out of stun is the full round. But guess what? My rules, my game. No, my game, my rules.
Okay.
If you want to do that.
I am going to step back away from them.
All right. But you will face them, right? So.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Okay. He's got nothing. All right. 1, 2, 3. I do this often. If I have multiple targets, I'll roll a random dice, and usually I'll just say out in my head, like 1 through 4, 5 or 6. If it's with or against the player characters, I'll usually tell them. I'll be like, 1, 2, 3 is Stan, 4, 5, 6 is Geralt. Well, yeah, okay, so the guy up top's gonna turn and try to swing his axe at Frederick, because Frederick put his back against the wall like an idiot. Let's see if oh yeah, he's gonna hit. So Frederick von Brum, he can't back up, but he can try to parry. This looks bad. I think he's going to extra feverish defense to try to do a parry here. Now, normally, I don't allow NPCs to use extra effort. But Frederick's a friend of the family, and I've been tracking his fatigue, so I'm fine with using it here. Whew, good thing I did. So, yeah. So the globby dude swings his axe, and Frederick, it looks like it's going to be a nasty hit. And you could tell Frederick reaches deep, spends a little fatigue, and defends against it. Let's see. What is the reach for these guys? Oh, it's only reach 1. Okay. Yeah, this big dude's going forward, and Penzel, he's still going to reach out for you. He's still going to try to grapple you. He wants to grab you and throw you. Yeah, he's going to do it. You can parry. You can feverishly defend on your parry, but that spends a fatigue point.
Yeah, I don't have too many of those left, so I think I'm going to just.
Oh, there you go. You are working hard. This guy keeps reaching out at you, and you're just like, fuck.
Okay. I've been on my butt this whole time. I got a chip on my shoulder now.
Okay, so this dagger, the flying Raven's dagger, comes in and nope, misses. Geralt.
So let's see. I would like to take a step here, and then I'm going to do a Witcher's Blast onto this guy. Try to peel him off.
That guy right there?
Penzel a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you need to roll your touch to hit for the Witcher's Blast. Okay, and is he even gonna see that it's coming in? Nope. So he's just gonna get his kind of straight dodge. Oh. Well, it just so happened as you reach out to touch him and you're about ready to blast at him, he sort of takes a little step left. And you get kind of a glancing thing on his shoulder, but it doesn't hit him. Stan.
All right.
Now, if you want to get up on this sarcophagus, you can.
Okay.
It'll basically use up all your movement, and then you'd have to do like either a move and attack or a charge attack.
If I'm on top of the sarcophagus, does that give me an advantage to defend or attack or anything? It's like a height to high ground advantage.
Yeah, I give you a +1 for attack, and he'll have a -1 to try to hit you because it's not really high. It's kind of low, so maybe it's 2.5, 3 feet off the ground. And these guys are tall. They're about 6.5, 7 feet tall. So.
All right. Let's see. All right, I will do a move and attack then. So
that doesn't cost fatigue.
That doesn't cost fatigue.
But you're max out at a 9.
Oh, even with the +1.
Yeah.
I'll do the heroic charge then.
All right. Okay. So throw in the bucket the +0 heroic charge, and then throw yourself in a +1, and see if you can stab at him. At this point, the combat gets a little monotonous because the creatures have 2 DR plus 2 points of injury resistance. So it's almost like 4 damage resistance, not quite. And attacks keep bouncing off of them, and they try to do a bunch of stuff, but are unsuccessful. And the creatures can do a decent hit if they can hit. But I'm playing them as being kind of dumb, because again, I'm afraid of overwhelming the players. But at some point, they start to figure out, we got to do something different. And that's what Stan does next.
I am going to attack the guy in front of me with a mighty blow targeting the vitals.
Okay. Now you could also do an all-out attack strong and mighty blow. So the all-out attack strong gives you +2 damage, but no defense.
Risky.
The mighty blow gives you +2, but no defense. And the last
my
time you
little-
stab,
I've got a little bit of PTSD from my last all-out attack attempt.
all right. So
but I guess
a mighty blow to the vitals.
All right, let's do a mighty blow and an all-out attack.
Oh, okay. Well, do the attack. Now, this may not be allowed in GURPS rules, but honestly, do I care? I think I remember reading various places where certain things were not allowed with certain other things. But honestly, if it's cool, then we're going to do it. So if he wants to do an all-out attack strong and a mighty blow, that seems like it should be possible, right? So we do.
Melee. I don't see all-out attack. All right, so mighty blow.
Well, that's so you don't have to do anything for the attack. That's for damage. So clear your modifier bucket and just do an attack on it.
All right, so it should be the +1 for my range and -3 for vitals, and just a thrust attack.
All right. And then he will see if he wobbles around this thing. Nope. Okay. So now you add your +2 damage mighty blow. And did you also do the strong?
Yeah.
All right.
I did that.
And then there's +2 damage strong that doesn't cost fatigue points. And you roll a 6.
Oh.
All right. To the vitals. Oh, much better. Much better.
I gotta survive a round though.
All right. Yeah, that one goes into the gut deep. You push it really hard. And you're just like, now your hand is even going into the belly fat a little bit as you're just like jamming that sucker in there. And it's a good hit. It goes deep. Let's see. Does he fall? Oh yeah. Oh man. So he's at. Let's see, does he get stunned? Yep. And we'll see if he makes this. Oh, no. Yeah. So you jam deep into his gut, and he just kind of and crumples to the ground a bit. And he's on the ground, and he's quivering.
Oh, nice work, Pat.
Frederick, he's just going to, he's going to try to stab. Since you stabbed into it, he's going to stab into this guy. Same thing, into the vitals. What you see on Frederick on his baton, he clicks a little portion of the handle, and you see a little blade pop out of the top. Okay, now, if this were a player character, that might require a ready action, or the form mastery trait that allows him to switch attacks from various forms, or maybe a quick draw or quick switch roll or something like that, but he's just an NPC. I didn't really care. So he can use it as a stabbing thing. He doesn't normally do that, but in this case, it felt like he needed to. So he will try to jab that one in. Oh yeah, and he hits. This guy is stunned. Here we go. Let's see how well he dodges. Yeah. He has a dodge of 4, but he's also at -4 because he's actively stunned. So he fails. So the Frederick is going to do some stabbing damage. 4, but it's to the vitals. Oh yeah. So that will... The rest of the combat is sort of more of the same. The characters have figured out that they need to pump up their damage to get past the damage resistance and the injury tolerance to do a decent amount. And they start attacking the vitals, which allows them to get large multipliers. And in this case, I had treated these as heroic monsters, meaning I was going to allow them to go down to -5 times their maximum hit points before I killed them off, or until they failed their health roll at the appropriate minuses, which would allow them to last a little bit longer than my normal NPCs, if there's such a thing. And it extended out the combat. I don't know if it made it any more fun, but they did go round and round, finally chopping it down. And it's still hanging around. It can't die. Penzel.
For, like, what do I want to go for? I'll go for the face. Telegraphed face swing.
Okay. You guys are just playing. It's like cats with a mouse. You're just playing with this guy. Can't put him. Can't put him out of his misery.
If he'd just die, we wouldn't be doing this. Telegraph is on
well, just to let you know, you guys get the same. So I don't do this for all the creatures, but for the bigger creatures, you guys get the same thing. You don't die until you fail a health roll after -1 times your hit points. But if you get to like -2 times your hit points, then you take a health roll at a -2, and then you do 3, and then -3. So you will slowly, at some point, you will die. This guy's just rolling great. He had a whole roll a 10 -2 at 8, and he rolled a 7. So what are you doing?
What is the? You said there was like a health value, like a negative health value, where like your whole existence is erased. Like what is that?
Oh, so you die no matter what at -5 times your maximum hit points. Your body,
you existed.
You know, your body is vaporized, and there's nothing less at -10 times your hit points. But you're already dead. Okay, so you hit. I don't think he gets, unless he crits his dodge. Nope, go for it. And you said you were going for the face.
Yes.
All right, put it on the face. And yeah, so you smack him hard right in the cheek, and it just kind of bubbles. He's very rubbery. All right, let's see. Can he do his thing? It's -2. Ah, there. He has expired. He is finally expired.
Dead.
Take everybody out of
It's a sad pool.
And switch this off. There we go.
All right.
So, yeah, there's some blubbery things on the ground, and
we got some sarcophaguses in here. Maybe there's something in there. What should we? Can we take a peek?
Sure. Who wants to? So, Penzel, you're very low on fatigue.
I'm gonna. And can I drink a Red Bull?
I think you have some Red Bulls there. So, you have 2 in your equipment. Under carried Red Bull, you do have a little yellow button that says "Drink Me."
Yes.
All right, and so if you click that, then your fatigue went up. You are now at 6, and you have lost the tired status. You are no longer in tired, so you get your full move and dodge back again.
Might I be able to drink another one? Okay.
Yeah, Well, you got it. You got 2. Do it again.
Nice. Thanks.
Now, like I said last time, it still shows that it's in the inventory, but it has a quantity of 0. And that's more for the fact that, you know, it's just easier to keep. You might get them back, and so it's just easier to do that than add and subtract. But yeah, you're out at the moment. You don't have any more Red Bull. Okay, so does anybody have any kind of search or scrounge skill?
Scrounging.
Go for it. Give us a little scrounging roll.
Let's do some scrounging. Pretty good.
Oh, nice. All right. So, you look in the sarcophagi, and there's actually not much. Close that off. There's a lot of dust, but no bodies. But you continue around the room, and you actually find some junk on the Ligansagur. You find besides all the crap that she had and dead body parts and things like that, you find a torque, a blue and silver torque that she's wearing that looks pretty good. And Penzel, give me an IQ roll. Yeah, and then give me a perception roll too, Penzel. Oh, even better. Okay, so out of all the stuff that she had on her, and she had a staff and a bunch of other bracelets made of yarn and things like that. But out of all the stuff that she has on her, this torque that she's wearing around her neck glows magical, as does this thing on her waistband, which looks like bone, kind of cased in metal. So it actually looks like it's a metal bone. It's got some hair on it. It looks like she was using it as a comb, but it's magical. And I need all of you to roll 3 6-sided dice. Just click that sucker down on the bottom. See what we got. All right, so 270 copper, and then each of you roll a 6-sided die. Way to go, Penzel, getting the average up there, and 10 silver, which is 200 copper. So what did we say? Basically, it was it says 10 silver and 270 copper for that you have picked up. That's what she had in her little purse. There isn't anything else. The slothy creatures got nothing. They don't have pants. They're just gross body on a skeleton.
All right.
Well, at least we got something for our trouble.
Yeah, we got a little bit. Let's get out of here though. We're trying to find this.
Anybody doing anything with that torque and that comb?
Pencil, why don't you hold on?
Yeah, I'll put on the. I mean, I guess I'll just run the comb through my beard.
Okay. All right. So you'll spend a little time. All right. So give me another IQ roll. Should have been that before, but
see how this puppy works.
okay. So the torque is you know the torque is an energy reserve. It's
an energy reserve.
It's a kind of a standard thing for spellcasters that you can get it charged up. It costs some amount of money at a kind of at a reputable mage shop, and it has basically energy points in it that work just like fatigue points when casting a spell. And yeah, as I said, I'm allowing him to use magery a little bit stronger than it should be. One, because I didn't think he was enjoying the magician character. He didn't seem to be getting into combat that much. He wasn't really using his spells. I didn't know why until later. And 2, I needed the party. I mean, it's a one-shot, and I needed the party to be able to get some idea about what their magic items were, so they would, get some use out of them. Unfortunately, you need to spend a little bit more time to figure out how many points are left in here, and then I'll have to look up exactly how much it costs. It's not terribly cheap to refill these things with energy, but you do know there's some points in there at the moment. You just don't know how much. And then the comb, it seems to be an attractant. It seems that, like if you comb it through your hair, or Geralt's hair, he's got that nice long hair, or your beard, you get kind of a staticky kind of thing that seems to be attracted to the comb, and you feel like there's some kind of absorption effect, like the static goes to the comb and then stops. But that's all you got so far. And if I remember correctly, so if you're doing that, you might also look at the other rings that you got last time that you said you put on, or you just
they didn't.
They're in mine.
Did you all put them on? Okay, so
little suicide pact.
I got the red one.
Okay, so Penzel, give me 3 IQ rolls, and we will see what you've got for that. Okay, so made it, missed. Okay, made it, missed. So Penzel, your ring. Story loot. Okay, yeah, actually, Penzel, notice that your ring is actually a ring of protection, and it gives you 1 point of damage resistance on all of the spaces where you might get hit. So it's a +1. Let's see. Maybe I have to do it that way. +1 DR. So it's basically a little teeny ring of protection. And no, okay. I'll have to figure out. It should actually affect your character sheet, but that's not working at the moment. I'll check on that later. Stan, you said yours is red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how much did you make the roll by? Oh, by a huge amount. Okay, by 6. So yeah, Stan's, the red one, is damage reduction, DR +2, but only against fire. So you'll have to remember that, because if you take fire damage, I'll try to remember it, but you want to tell me, hey, I've got my ring of protection +2, and then I'll add that. Yes, exactly. And then Geralt, he's looking at yours, and he missed it by 2. All he knows is it has something to do with health, but he doesn't know anything else. It's not bad. He knows that much. It's not negative.
Oh, that's good.
But
it's a mood ring.
It could possibly be a mood ring.
I feel better already.
Feeling healthy.
Are we continuing? Because I might need to take a quick break to take the dogs out.
We can pause and come back in 15 minutes, get a drink and stuff like that. I'm feeling okay. How's everybody else doing?
I'm feeling
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, so 10 minutes probably. Or
10 minutes?
15. Yeah.
Let's do 15. So we'll start back up at 9. All right.
Okay.
And here I make the classic mistake as a streamer. For some reason, I turned it off. And we had our break, and we came back, and we started playing, and I forgot to turn it back on. Now, fortunately, not too much happened. They started exploring deeper into the sewers, and they found an illuminated room with another sarcophagus in it. And they walked around it, and a skeleton warrior pops up. And so the combat ensues, and this guy is a little tougher, or at least he was supposed to be tougher. And I think I did make it such that he was susceptible to crushing damage. so that the swordsman maybe wasn't doing as much damage as the quarterstaff wielding characters could be. But here we are in the middle of combat. Sorry. Nice.
Hey, first one's a crit.
Yep. Hey, so by the way, we gotta retcon this all the way back because I forgot to turn the streaming back on after we came back from the bathroom break.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, what was that?
We're retconning something?
We're retconning all the way back because I forgot to turn the stream back on when we came back from the bathroom break.
Oh, the stream hasn't been on.
No worries. Okay, so yes, you critical hit with the first one. Roll some... Hang on a second. There you go. Click on that thing in the chat window and roll some damage. Normal damage. Ooh, plus drops anything he's holding.
Oh, nice. Get that shield out of here. Full damage?
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, so... let's see, was that's times 2, so... Whoa! Okay, I'll price that. Did that not print? There we go. And then we do that. All that futzing around in the damage calculator was me trying to implement my homegrown rules for crushing damage. And I forgot. Under special situations, if you click the vulnerability checkbox, then you can just apply a ×2, ×3, or ×4. So I could have easily done that and done ×2, and the damage calculator would have done it all for me. Man, it's pretty smart.
And he dropped his stuff.
Well, he drops something, but also you smacked him hard enough that he gets knocked back. You hit him with like a baseball swing, and he gets knocked back a hex from that hit. And a 1 will drop his sword. Nope, so he drops his shield. And you heard crunches going on when that came in. You definitely heard a crunch.
He's vulnerable to crushing.
Seems to be
Oh,
Frederick.
there was another attack that he has to dodge now.
Apologies. That was just your crit. Right, exactly.
Yep.
And he has already done that. He just lost his shield, so he can't retreat. He can't do that, but he can parry, so he is going to try to parry. Now, I'm using the Nordland Bestiary skeleton, and skeletons aren't really that strong, but I tried to beef this guy up so that he would be a big baddie. I wasn't as successful as I hoped, but that's okay. It was a learning experience for me as the GM. They got through this combat quick enough. It really weren't in any danger at all, especially once they figured out that quarterstaffs were doing double damage. At that point, the combat was basically over. Yeah, he's going to retreat parry. So, do that. And fails. So he moved here to try to parry it, but he obviously did not parry it, so... Oh, man. All right. So, your big swing comes down, and it bites into the bone, but there's no steak there. There's no flesh, right? So you are chipping the bone. You broke a couple of ribs, but it doesn't seem like you did as much damage against the blubbery guys. Stan.
I'm going to take a step in and
give me a Dex +1 roll. No, forget it. That's not real blood. Sorry, that's his blood.
Fake blood.
It's fake blood. Fear the blood.
Okay, and I'm just going to do a... Actually, I'll do another all-out attack double.
Okay.
So let's do a... First one hits. Second one hits.
All right. So he already did a parry. Can't block. Oh man, it's gonna be.
It's vulnerable.
Yep. He's gonna.
Sensing weakness.
He's gonna try. Can't back up. Fails at one, and he's just gonna try to dodge the other. Fails at that, so do some damage.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Second one. Nice. Let's go. Oh man. Carried this whole combat. Oh my god.
Having all the fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, you baseball batted against the wall. It would have been knocked back, but it
I'm
crashes
fooling
up.
around.
It crashes up against the wall, and you hear some more cracking as it falls forward again. You smack it again against the wall, and it just kind of shatters and disappears. It's sort of almost dust at this point. It just cracked to the ground.
Smithereens. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
So
What were we doing again?
We were searching this room. We snuck in here.
yeah.
So now that's over. Well, we still got this crypt. Like, that's the crypt it came out of, right? The coffin?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we searched that, but there's also this door over here.
Oh, did we
Well,
already...
you haven't really searched that. You went to
let's-
open the
let's,
door, and it went and started
the
fighting.
skeleton came out and interrupted our search. So,
Yes.
now we're gonna finish searching this.
Proper search.
Okay, so give me some scrounging. Okay, and everybody give me a perception roll. Okay, so yes, so in the bottom of the crypt, kind of in the dust, is a key,
Hello.
and both the sword and the shield that he was using glow.
Ooh.
Now,
Oops.
Gralt, the sword is the same kind that you use. It's a bastard sword, which can be used one-handed or two-handed. Convenient, right? But you don't currently you don't currently know how to use it one-handed.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't currently have a shield skill.
Mm-hmm.
But
Can I use an intelligence? Can we do intelligence checks to see the glowing?
We're gonna hand it to
these orbs glowing, or the fact that the weapon is
the weapons.
Oh, so the
We
weapon
take
is the weapon is glowing to Penzel because as a person with magery, he detects kind of an aura around things if they're magical, assuming he makes make some IQ rolls there, Penzel.
See what that's all about.
Yeah. Okay.
Sword, the shield.
All right. Well, you're not really certain on the sword. It's something nice. It does. It seems to have like stars sort of embedded in the hilt. Maybe the drawings of stars, not stars themselves. But you can't really tell without spending a lot more time. You can't really tell. The shield, though, it's a special defensive shield. You know that. Sorry.
Did you step on this?
Yeah.
Oh, the trap.
trigger
Yeah.
the trap.
It's set up to only go off once per token, but if other tokens move over the top of it, it'll go off. So you're not really certain. Again, you'll have to spend more time. You only made the roll by once. It can help you protect you if you're fighting. You do know this. Whatever it does, it can only do it once a day, once per day.
So it's got to be good.
It's something good. Neither of these emanate evil.
Just
Okay.
by-
But
Well,
Cool.
and one of us uses a bastard sword, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Yeah, Geralt.
Well,
Geralt.
like even if we don't know what it does,
the
it
sword.
might
yeah.
be. I mean, like,
I mean,
why
we should
not?
definitely keep it, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
I'll
potentially
carry it. Yeah,
pretty good. Yeah, Jeff can
okay.
Geralt can
Probably.
hang on to that.
Have good.
I actually had to ditch my pants because my stuff was too heavy, so I can't really carry anything else.
Oh yeah, that was something funny that happened in the time we didn't record. But we looked at the encumbrance that Penzel had and said, well, if you want to get back up to no encumbrance level, you can lose your pants. They only protect your legs anyway, and they're only, I think, 1 DR. But they weighed so much that they were causing him to get into light encumbrance, which was slowing him down and reducing his dodge. And so he thought about it, and he's like, yep, and he took off his pants.
I assume I can carry more. I don't know where it shows that.
Got a backpack.
Basic lift 39.
Yeah, so no, it's more easy than that. So if you open up your character sheet, on the encumbrance, on the top right, just below where all the points are, it shows you your encumbrance. None, 1, medium, heavy, and extra heavy. And you're currently at none, and it says max load 39. That's 39 pounds. That's why your move is 6 and your dodge is 10. If you have 39 pounds or less, you're at none, and it's already calculating that. You can see that if you scroll down to your carried equipment, and the title bar for carried equipment shows 27.95 pounds and about 2,000 copper, 2,900 copper. So, so you could carry 36 pounds. You only have 27, so you could carry more. And the stuff that's in the other equipment, that's considered your non-combat junk. That's like the backpack that you drop in the minute you start fighting and things like that. And it just so happens that Penzel is kind of weak, and he was near the max. And then when he got all those potions, it put him over the amount he was allowed to carry. So he lived with that for a little bit, and then he thought, you know what, I actually work better if I take my pants off. So he took his pants off.
So I'm assuming this bastard sword weighs the same as my bastard sword.
Yep.
Is that?
Yep.
So 5 pounds.
Should not be a problem.
How much does a shield weigh?
Hang on a second. Where did that go? I accidentally. Let's see. Do I have the shield? I actually don't. I forgot to make the shield item, but it doesn't really matter because you can't actually use it right now, unless you get shield skill.
Yeah. Well, I would still like to. We'd still want to keep
take
it.
it.
Oh,
or
well, so-
sell it maybe. If
Right,
it's
that'll
magic.
go in your other equipment. So each of you have
Okay.
backpacks and stuff like that, and my general feeling is the minute combat starts, you kind of drop the backpack and you do your stuff. So the
So
stuff
they
that's-
won't affect the. Okay.
yeah.
You're saying don't worry about it, basically.
Right, for the stuff that you're having to carry at the moment, you don't worry about it. If we're doing like really long distances and things like that, I might go, oh, you're carrying 10,000 pounds worth of crap. You're not gonna be able to do that. But for now, you're fine. Let's see. I want to do this, I think. Yep. And let me clean up something.
Oh, that's cool. It shows you like your path that you've taken.
It can, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So we have the key now. So
so
could
Jeff,
get
I gave
out
you the
of-
Sword of Stars,
Yeah,
and it actually
We have the key.
shows up.
but there's also this door.
But now we're in front of this door, and we're wondering
that's
what we
nice.
should do.
Yeah.
And Jeff's got a fancy new sword, so he's just.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the self control to not open that door.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to know what's over there.
What's in the door?
What's on the other side here? I mean,
Well,
Alright.
does the door open?
Let's
Is it
Yeah,
ajar?
somebody
Alright,
click on
alright.
it.
We're
Connection.
staying
There you
here.
go.
Or
Is this like a get us back to the shortcut? Get back to
we're
the
not sure.
like in a.
Where are you guys
Oh,
going?
this-
Why does everybody keep closing the door?
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to close it.
This way it goes back to the place, but it's not. It's like closed off.
Oh, to the left.
Yeah. Like we can go through there, but
Oh. So this was. Yeah.
Oh no, let's me go through.
well, I just mean like the light doesn't go and it's
Right. So
I don't
actually,
know,
what you've
automatically how
what-
it's
That's
supposed to
cool.
be.
exactly what you've done
It's like
though
a
is you
little
found basically this Jimmy Tips comes up there and he's like, oh yeah, that's yeah,
Like an illusion wall?
it's pretty standard. No, it's a cloth. It's like a curtain. Looks like the wall on the other side is this light. So you'd think it's a wall. We missed it coming through, but you can go through it. Just light doesn't go through it. You can walk through it.
Well, do you want to go the other way?
We're
'Cause
gonna
we're all-
explore a little bit, just to see.
there's
What? You guys want to
unexplored-
go? Don't we have the key to get out?
We
You're
do.
telling me that you're gonna look
Maybe.
over, you see a hidden hallway and you don't want to explore it? What's wrong with you?
I'm bleeding. Plus, I haven't taken us out of combat. Sorry.
He's dying.
There we go. All that crap.
I bet it's a dead
Alright,
end.
okay.
Anyway.
Alright, yeah, you're right. Let's get Jimmy out of
We
here. I
just
gotta get my
gotta-
Raven's dagger.
Oh, you're not
Uh,
coming.
Oh, I want to rescue Jimmy.
Oh, you're not. Me and Penzo are going down this
Alright,
hallway.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Better not leave
Don't let
us.
Jimmy bleed out on us here.
You're not gonna you don't come with us, you don't get any of the loot, any of the sick stuff we find.
Oh,
I want
gosh.
my Raven's dagger.
I had placed a bunch of these snakes at the end of these little culverts, and I just said to myself, if anybody takes a step in, then the snake's going to attack. And nobody ever did.
I don't know. This is going pretty far.
So, yeah, the longer we go down this single
Looks like
hallway,
it's going back towards the.
Where are you guys going?
Oh, it's leading out into a
dragging
hallway
this
again.
bloody body behind us.
Wait, is this where the goblins were? I don't know.
This,
think I
well,
was-
they were in like that. They were in like a dirt, unfinished. Have we been here? Oh shoot!
Nope.
Oh, well, it doesn't light up when you go that way, so that's just caved in. Is this where we started?
Have we
Hey,
been here?
I think the goblins are over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should go back.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go back. We've been here.
Okay. Wait, what? All right.
So, I don't
This way,
remember.
this way, Jimmy. Stick with
Okay.
us. We'll get you out.
Jimmy's not there.
Oh,
Oh, what?
Jimmy!
Shit.
He's. What the hell?
We lost
Jimmy?
Jimmy. Alright, just go back. He's gotta be bleeding
Hey,
out
Jimmy,
somewhere.
you alright?
Oh, we,
I swear, if you guys killed Jimmy.
we lost our.
He's right here. We
Oh,
found him. He's,
yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
unconscious on the floor.
Oh my! Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
Alright.
do some first aid.
Yeah, can I
Alright,
do some first aid?
You can try it. I mean, it's more to sort of wake him up. He's basically, you're making him wander.
Alright, let's
Very nice.
splash some cold water on his face. And,
You can. There's some brackish, poop-smelling water there that you can.
well,
Rub it in his wound.
And,
Oh,
oh, jeez.
filter it with my hands. a
Ah,
little bit.
like a balm. I'll just don't worry. This will. If it stings, it's working.
He's just like, what the? Are we out? Are we out yet?
Alright, this way, Jimmy.
Which way?
Alright,
Well, hold
follow
on.
me.
Which way are
Alright,
we
help
going?
him.
That way?
Let's-
Alright, I
let's-
guess-
Well,
help
hold
him
on.
up.
So Frederick's the magistrate's on the other end. He's like, what? Where are you guys going?
We're getting out of here. We're heading to
But
the
we're
road.
not going this way.
It's, I
We-
don't know where the gate is. Where's the gate, Pat?
Here, it's
Already
over.
got it.
Okay,
It's
we'll
the same
go-
distance both ways.
All right, we'll
All
go
right.
back whichever way you guys.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Wait
Oops,
for
went too
me.
far.
Oh no.
Okay.
Where's Jimmy? Who's sticking with Jimmy?
Alright, buddy system. Where's Jimmy?
We lost Jimmy.
Jimmy's not there.
Okay, he's back here.
He's passed out
He's
again
still-
on the floor.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm gonna walk with Jimmy. Yeah, alright,
Okay. Hang on a second. Let's see. Can I?
We gotta
Like carry him or
revive
like,
him again.
I'm just gonna like I'm
Drag
not that
him,
strong,
or-
you know. And Jimmy probably weighs more than like twice as much as I do, so
I
Can we,
carry
like,
him.
Yeah,
Two of
he's
us,
pretty
like,
light.
yeah.
He's 5'4", 123 pounds. Okay,
Just
so
firemen.
one of you is going to hold his hand to make certain he goes with you. Is that the deal?
all right, we are
Okay.
buddy systeming the whole way.
All right. Good deal.
I'll do a
I will
strength
make
check.
certain that he doesn't. Oh, you straight? Yeah. You want to lift him up and carry him?
Just more like have him lay on my shoulder. kinda.
Brace him. Okay. Good deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Just one leg, just kind of like drag him on his back.
All
through
right.
the mud.
He will come. He's nodding off a bit, but
Can we just like
But I
just
don't remember where the gate
throw
is.
some cold water
Is
on
it
his
over
face?
here?
It's
Go
nice.
to the
Oh, I
left
remember.
here.
Yeah.
Past where the sirens were. Oh wait, not down.
To the left,
hold on.
right?
What? Where's everybody
This
going?
way. This way. This way.
Right here. I'm at there. It's right here, Pat.
Oh, is it down?
He can't see you, Jeff. You guys
Where-
don't get to see each other.
Yeah, it's like
Is it down to the left? Did you go from the?
Yeah, I was just there. Follow me. I'm with Jimmy. Jimmy's following me.
Oh, okay. So Jimmy's here. All right. Penzel, you see? Okay, good deal. All right. And this is all just silly fun. It's a multiplayer dungeon crawling video game. It's kind of cool that you can do this in Foundry.
Oh, okay, and then it's to the left. Yeah.
All right.
Last time I listened to you.
I
Stan.
never listened.
Oops. Okay. So yeah, so Jimmy has pointed out the keyhole.
Just that easy. Oh yeah, it's over here on the wall.
Yep. Who has the key?
I do not.
I think I scrounged it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So give me a little dex roll. Okay. You had a flurry of blows in there, but well,
no,
I was doing a lot of clicking.
you still missed it
Oh,
by
you
one.
have-
You're having some difficulty getting it in there, but Jimmy he's like, "Oh, fuck," and helps you out a bit, and then
Thanks, Jimmy.
it should have unlocked. There we go.
you lost a fatigue point, Pat, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
All right,
Add yourself a fatigue point back.
I'm back to 7.
So you find yourself on the edge of the river that runs outside the town, and it's 10 o'clock. Jimmy's like, "Okay, hey, my word, I give it to you. Who am I giving it to?"
Me.
I forget what we were getting. What
His-
The Raven's dagger, the flying dagger.
His flying dagger.
Oh yeah. I
All
thought
right.
it was just.
So he throws the dagger in the air, and it comes to you, and it stops right in front of you, and you can grab it.
I do so.
Okay. And he tells you, yeah, you can, it works like a regular dagger, but you can throw it out and tell it to do stuff. I don't know, I've thrown it pretty far, like 20 or 30 yards, and you can tell it to attack. It's not great, but it does some things. And usually you can do that. Once you get trained at it, you can still attack while it's attacking, but you got to get a little trained at it. So, all right. Well, that is all we have for this map. After that, we talked a little bit about the adventure, and the comment I liked best was, "That was cool," which made my heart sing. And then I talked a little bit about the following week. I told them that they had 10 character points to spend to level up their character. If you're doing this in a real campaign, you might not give as many points so soon, but I wanted to show the players how GURPS character evolution worked. so I didn't mind if it was a bit faster than usual. I gave them some ideas of what they could do and said, let's discuss it over the week. And this is where I started thinking of this more as a mini-campaign than a one-shot. The players really started to have fun, so I wanted to give them more opportunities to do so. I hope you're enjoying this saga. I know I am. And as always, thank you for watching.